Hey, number ones, welcome back to Metatron's Academy. I'm a little bit messy because it's late at night, but here it is. So I was checking out Oriental Pearl's channel, friend of the channel, of course, and I noticed this video from 3 years ago. Now, I understand it's from a while ago, and usually when people watch my old content, it's cringe. But when it comes to her, it's not. So I checked this video out already on my own, and then I'm like, you know what? It's such an interesting story. So the title is No, which country are you really from? British raised in Japan. So you can imagine that that's something that can happen. And it can be frustrating for people who were actually born in the country. And in this case, it's for several generations. So this guy is effectively Japanese, but he doesn't look it because, of course, he's white. Family roots, he's white, but he's Japanese because he was born there, brought up there, 3 generations, speaks the language natively. What a strange situation. So it's nice to see, it's nice to listen to this guy's experience. So without further ado.
ちょっと恥ずかしいな。なんだ。びっくりしたよ。今心臓が3回止まった。
They're like, who are you? What? Like they're like,
Sorry.
what are you?
What are you? Like you're an alien?
でもイングリッシュ系アメリカン。
イギリス系です。
イギリス系かな？
僕アメリカ人。
日系アメリカ人？日系イギリス人？
I'm Joshua. I was born and raised in Tokyo.
Okay.
My parents are from Japan. My aunties, uncles, they all look white. They all look Caucasian, but they all speak perfect Japanese. Growing up, I was never told I was Japanese by Japanese people. I was always told that I'm foreign, I'm Western, I'm British or whatever.
Imagine feeling like a
He does not sound British, by the way.
foreigner in a country that you were born and raised in.
Yeah.
That is the reality for many international families here in Japan, including Joshua's who have been living here since the 1950s, 3rd generation, but still don't completely feel like a part of Japanese society.
It probably has to do as well with how much people integrate. Because there are people, they can live in a country, their kids can be born in that country, but they hate the country, they don't learn the language, they don't care about the culture, they preserve their own thing, they live in their own bubble. So at that point, they are not from that country. You technically, maybe in the passport, but you need to assimilate to the culture to be part of that country, in my opinion. But this is one of those cases where the guy's been for 3 freaking generations. This is a famous clip, actually, that in fact shows that people that were born in Japan speak fluently but don't look it. And it's kind of funny. Check this out.
Still don't completely feel like a part of Japanese society.
Oh, sorry, I don't speak Japanese.
彼女は日本語がわかんないんですよ。今日のおすすめは何ですか？
すいません、ちょっと英語わかんないんで。でも今の日本語だったよね。
そうだよね。
You know what? That's of course a skit, but it does happen. It's just that when you do speak Japanese, particularly if you have no accent, they do speak Japanese to you, but that does happen. So like they will go to the one person that looks Asian, even though heck, she could have been from China or Korea, so she doesn't speak it, rather than trying to speak to the people that look foreign, even though it may well be the case that they speak the language really well. And so that does happen sometimes.
Did you ever have that where you're like speaking perfectly and they're not registering it, or they're still using the hand gestures?
Yeah.
It does get annoying sometimes.
Yeah, I can see that.
People just start laughing. Even at Starbucks, I just asked, where's the toilet in Japanese, right? お手洗いありますか? I just asked, and she was like, this was in Tokyo. People say like, just suck it up and move on. But at the same time, if it's happening to you every single day, every single encounter you have
to explain who you are. And
I have to explain my life story to every single person I interact with.
No, his point is absolutely valid. I kind of feel for him. As a foreigner who lived in Japan, wasn't brought up there, but did speak the language, I have to admit that I enjoyed the attention. And in fact, at the end of the day, when the Japanese do that, びっくりした、びっくりしました、すごい、日本語上手. They're trying to be polite. So, and oftentimes they are actually surprised. And other times it's their way to be like, oh my gosh, your Japanese is so good. There is the whole meme about Nihongo Jozu. We could talk about it. But in general, I enjoyed it. But I can see for someone who was who is from there. So his entire elementary school, primary school, infancy, all his memories was always Japan. Having to deal with that every day while in your head you're thinking, I'm native. There is a word for it. It's Nihon Sodachi, which means I was brought up in Japan. So I guess if you say that, you don't necessarily have to go through the entirety of your life story, but I do understand the point, absolutely. If you're enjoying this video so far, please take a moment to check out my Patreon page. With as little as a $5 support, you can help us ensure that we can continue to produce high quality and high researched content. And at the same time, you get access to polls, extra videos, unlisted streams, and much more. Thank you so much.
I'm legally British, so that's the only reason why I say British.
Yeah.
Okay.
But like I don't feel British, I'm not British at all. My accent's not British at all. So,
I don't hear it. I don't hear it.
So
I wouldn't consider you American.
but like I'm not even Japanese by law, and so whatever that is, maybe you guys can decide what I am.
So, to me, I know what she means. When she says I wouldn't consider you American, well, obviously, because he wasn't born and bred in America, his English is closer to American English than it is to British English. Like, there is no British whatsoever in his English, but you could tell that I think he's at least trying to imitate or go into that direction. And objectively, he's doing a pretty good job. He doesn't sound like a native American speaker. You can still tell he's not native, but he sounds really good to me. But then again, I'm not a native speaker, so maybe to me, because if I knew nothing, he may have fooled me. I could have thought, is this guy American, or does he have like an American, sort of a little bit general American sounding accent, a bit, but maybe I could tell that his first language is not. But that's probably what it would be for me. But it's actually pretty good, though. Like, he doesn't sound like a Japanese when he speaks English, I'd like to underline, at least so far. We'll see if that happens. Because, yeah.
What is he?
When I told people in the UK that I'm from Tokyo,
Yeah.
like, oh yeah, very, very funny, don't take a piss, blah, blah, blah. And like, they were like, and where are you really from? I'm like, no, I'm not lying. I'm from Tokyo. And they're like, really?
So even people in the UK didn't believe you.
No.
They're like, where are you from in America?
Yeah.
You can't really truly fit in anywhere you go.
No, not at all. So they always said like, I can't really locate your accent.
Oh,
and I was like, even I can't locate my accent. Like, it's okay.
This issue is a bit complicated, as you can see, but looking at the comments section, I couldn't help but think that people had oversimplified it.
Of course.
3 generations and didn't feel like he was Japanese until he left Japan speaks volumes about how closed Japan is to foreigners.
It seems like you're never accepted in Japan if you're a foreigner.
No, Japan is only closed towards those foreigners that don't behave. Can we just say it for what it is? If you behave, you're nice, you're respectful, you're mindful, most Japanese won't have any problem with you. Yes, there are some Japanese that don't want to deal with foreigners, but then again, it's not like they have to, right? It's they don't have to deal with me if they don't want to. It's okay. But in my experience, I never had trouble in Japan with people like, oh, anti-foreign sentiment. I'm sure it exists, but a lot of the time it's specifically directed to the type of foreigners that are causing trouble. And at that point, I'm with the Japanese. I'm sorry. As a foreigner, I'm with
Xenophobia.
Sorry, not sorry.
Pure and simple.
Is it even possible for a foreigner to become a citizen of Japan?
That's the thing, like, I never consider myself Japanese. Like, it was always a struggle with my identity, because now talking to
I can see that.
non-Japanese people, they say I'm Japanese, but Japanese people say I'm not Japanese.
It's basically the issue of the half elf in D&D, when you're like, the elves don't want to deal with you because you're too human, and the humans think you're exotic because you're elven. So you see the pointy ears and whatnot.
So like, I'm like right in the middle saying like, what can I be? Like,
What am I?
What am I?
What is he?
What am I?
That's a unique identity. And
Yeah.
like I told you, I got married back earlier this year in May, and you know, we want to have kids here, and it's kind of like with them too, like when we have kids, what's their identity? Are they Japanese? Are they American? I know, I'm really intrigued by your life and your story.
Yeah, for sure.
You don't feel unique, but I've never met anyone like you.
But for me, I don't feel special at all. Like,
Yeah.
this is what I went through. I only know this,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Yeah.
I only know this life.
Fair.
I don't know how it's like to be you, right?
Of course.
Like,
Yeah.
born and raised in America, how it's like to be surrounded by Americans.
Yeah.
Yeah, people who look like you, I absolutely understand that. Yeah, totally, totally.
I mean, I did experience that a few years, but yeah. So English was my first language. So
Okay.
I only spoke English with my parents and at home because I was in the States, obviously. But when I came back to Japan, I just switched to Japanese really quick. Like I was putting.
Okay, so is he native? He's probably native-like, because technically there is this like window whereby if you pick up a language after year 3, if you are gonna be really technical, you're not a native, although you could be to a level of fluency, of course. If you're 4, then you're almost basically indistinguishable to a native, but technically you're not. But I wonder if he is native. It's definitely like extremely close to a native anyways. It would be like a technicality at this point.
To preschool,
If he interacted with Japanese the whole time.
Japanese preschool, and I just switched automatically. And I was put into Japanese school. My parents' policy was that they wanted me to understand how the locals think.
Makes sense.
My parents wanted me to be exposed to the real Japan, I guess. And maybe first few years of elementary school, I did get bullied here and there, but like not major. They were just, oh, he's just a gaijin, or he's just a foreigner. Like, he's still funny, but like they didn't kind of include me into the core group.
I can see that. It's not, I'm just going to say this. I love Japan. I spent 4 years there. Some of the best time of my life in certain aspects. I mean, work was tough, but apart from that, it was difficult to make real friends in Japan. I did make a few friends. Not that many, though, considering 4 years. Now, given I did work a lot. So maybe if I had had more time, perhaps. But I'm just going to say Japanese tend to be a little bit like that. They do have that thing whereby, like, my colleagues at the end of the day, they would have their own thing. They would go, they wouldn't invite me. Sometimes they did. So there was one colleague of mine that we really got along, but the others not really. The one that we did get along, he invited me to Fukuoka, where he's from. Sorry, Shizuoka. And I did go to visit him, introduced me to his friends. He was great. Introduced me to his family. So he's a good friend of mine. And then he came to visit me in Sicily as well after he got married. And that was great. There is him, one more, 3 maybe were actual friends. 3. Just 3 people in 4 years. So I absolutely understand where he's coming from.
Did you still have to take English class in Japanese school?
Yes, but the teacher told me I could just read books.
Okay.
Yeah, because she was like, oh, you know too much, like, please don't participate.
Please don't participate, she told him. Why? He would have been a perfect asset. If I were the teacher, my gosh, I swear. If I were the teacher, I wouldn't be like, okay, so now we're going to hear someone who sounds really good. Because usually Japanese kids don't really speak English. But I don't really speak English that well, to be honest. So it would have been great. I don't know why she didn't use him as
On my first day of high school, this very important person from the high school came up to me. He was like, can we go into like a private room? I want to talk to you. And I was like, okay, this is serious. And we go into this room, and he sat me down. He was like, all the teachers want to know how much Japanese you speak. Guys, I took the test, I passed.
Yeah.
That means I speak perfect Japanese. I went to Japanese school. I was born and raised here.
Right.
Why doesn't that itself tells you that
Yeah.
I speak perfect Japanese? Like, to be fair, I know where they're coming from. Like,
Yeah, I think they were doing it just to make sure that you could physically attend classes and understand. So, I mean, with this one, I'm not necessarily against the teachers. They had to figure it out.
I just want to make sure, because I was the only foreign-looking person in the high school.
Right.
So I do understand where they're coming from, but at the same time, why can't they just like tiptoe that? Like,
Right. Yeah, they have a formal meeting and like
formal
really
meeting
serious.
and like ask me directly, because that
I think the reason why they couldn't do it, when you say, why couldn't they do this? Because they're Japanese, everything is formal to them.
that makes me realize that, oh, they do notice I'm very different.
Yeah.
And that kind of gets uncomfortable when people remind you every day that you do
But yeah, I see that.
look different.
I can see
Especially at that
totally.
age.
Especially at that age. I was only 15, right? So
Yeah.
it did make me uncomfortable. But at the same time, like, it is what it is. I look different, so.
Right.
Have you ever had someone make you feel really weird about speaking Japanese?
Just a few weeks ago, like I was trying to go into Imperial Palace, and and this lady gave us 2 English pamphlets, and I told the lady that one can be Japanese, and she just repeated what I said in Japanese while laughing. She was like, 日本語でも大丈夫? Like she just started laughing.
That is so like the she without even finishing 大丈夫. Oh my gosh, this sounds so. I can picture this lady in my head. I know exactly. 日本語でも大丈夫?
Laughing, and I was like, lady, like you're not supposed to do that. Maybe I just caught her off guard. Like she was so unexpected.
How can you prepare people? Hello, excuse me, I want to warn you. I am a white guy, but I do speak.
Yeah, probably I would just say 日本育ちですけど. Like I would probably do that. 日本育ち like, but then again, that's my suggestion.
Native Japanese.
I'm about to speak Japanese.
You need a t-shirt.
Guys, be aware. Yeah, I've thought of that before. And even Japanese people sometimes, they tell me to have like a shirt that says I speak Japanese or whatever. But
yeah, you should write 日本育ち.
That it's not my duty to do that.
Right, right. You're just living your life.
I'm just living my life here.
He's absolutely right. It's not a matter of duty though. It's to avoid you a headache and a mental breakdown. I look at it that way, not as a duty. Like, oh, why do I need to do this? But it's to avoid a mental breakdown. To be honest, just wear the shirt, mate.
Right.
Right.
So, when I start using words that only native speakers would use or know, they're like, "Who are you? What?" Like they're like, "What are you?
What are you? Like you're an alien that came up." I've had this feeling before, but not for my whole life. Just
right.
for my adult life living abroad.
Yeah. So that kind of thing happens, and I have to explain every time.
When you're walking around the streets and you're talking to your foreign-looking parents and your foreign-looking kids, did you ever get weird looks, or did you ever catch people talking about you?
All the time.
Yeah.
日本語喋ってる. Why? なんで? I can hear them. So I kind of force myself not to talk too loud.
You just want to live your life and like have normal friends and do normal things that normal people do.
Yeah. Man, I really want to go visit. We'll have to see again, because my wife has never been and she really wants to go. Well, now we're having our first child, so I don't know how long we'll have to wait, but maybe when the child is 1? I don't know, what do you guys think?
You realize we look like tourists, right?
We do.
We're now fitting the stereotype of being tourists, even though
we look like we
here.
just came from Europe or something.
I know.
Yeah.
I can't believe you've never ridden in one of these.
I know, right?
Go,
like,
first chance.
Like it was like more like a touristy stuff for foreigners.
You definitely are from here, because you're like the French people who've never been to the Eiffel Towers.
Yeah, ちょっと。
写真撮りましょうよ。
はい、お願いします。
本当に初めてだからさ。
Oh, that's fun.
You're like a kid.
笑っちゃう。
Yeah, this guy is fun though. He's cool.
笑っちゃう。これ夢だったからさ。
夢だ。そうなんだ。
本当だよ。
Then why didn't you just get on one?
I know, right?
Like I don't want to pay the $20.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Now's your chance. Today's your day. I like this street.
Yeah.
This is a cool street.
Yeah.
You know, it's interesting how you were saying like your fashion is not Japanese, so you don't come and shop at Harajuku or anything.
Not really. I just go to H&M or Zara.
Okay. Yeah, you don't have a Japanese hairstyle
No,
or
I don't.
Japanese fashion.
Yeah, he would have to make it more like emo looking. We would have to cover this eye right here with the longer hair. You can shave the sides if you want. Maybe shave just the left side. Okay, I'm preparing it for him. So you shave the left side, do the long hair, go down here, and then do an ashime. That's what they call it, for asymmetrical. That's Japanese for you.
Because I know I wouldn't look good in it, I guess.
What?
Yeah. I kind of copy British or American style.
Okay.
Yeah. Sorry.
Hi.
Yeah, tell me about it. I think the last time I had a haircut, Rome was still an empire.
Not the good?
Hey. Not thinking. GoPro. Yeah, nice.
18歳まで本当に英語喋ってなくて、全然できなかったの。今以
Didn't you say that you did speak English when you were young?
上にできなくて、でも頑張っていろんな外国の人と喋って呼び戻して仕事でも使うようになって、やっとこう なんとなくこう自信持って喋るようになったって感じ。
大丈夫、安心してください。
Yeah, no, he speaks
本
it
当に
very
大
well.
丈夫だと思う。
よかったよかった
I think your English is absolutely
Yeah, for sure.
fine. You don't have to worry about it. Maybe, I mean, reading and writing might be a different thing,
Yeah,
but
yeah,
you
yeah,
should
yeah.
be okay in the UK.
Oh, I think this will stick with me my whole life, but
Yeah.
I think I'll just be fine with it. I quite like it now. Yeah.
It's your unique position in the world.
There's a story to tell
You
every
just-
time.
You gotta accept yourself for who you are.
Yeah, definitely. And you're helping
Yeah.
by asking me questions.
So Joshua
Nice guy.
started a YouTube channel.
Yeah.
You should subscribe to my channel, subscribe to his channel.
Thank you.
Like this video.
Let's do all the things. So we're gonna like the video. I'm already subscribed, but I guess I'm not subscribed with my second channel. Thank you for watching. Have a good one.